Okay, so I wasn't really planning on talking, but I guess I should get used to the improvisation, something that I've been accused of doing, but heck, as a radio producer, I've been doing it for years and years. So it's actually the best way to measure whether a person is being honest or not. See, no cue cards, no teleprompter, no nothing. Okay, so as a Cuban American, I am what Senator Dele was mentioning about the Cuban problem. Well, I have plenty of experience with the Cuban issue. You so much as lift a finger to have an opinion on Cuban topics, and you're already going to be battered by one side. It's either make friends with this, make enemies with this, and it is very exhausting. Because ever since I so much as had an opinion on the Cuban issue, and I just early on, I think I was like 20 or 21, I just said, did a very humble YouTube video in the early days of YouTube, and I just asked, let's try to have a dialogue for the dignity of Cubans, like just the dignity of families, of real people, not to be constantly battered around and pushed from one side to the other just for an electoral process. And that, of course, got me lots of hate. Days after, I'm just flipping through the TV and I see that on Channel 41, they're saying that I am an implanted agent. What kind of paranoia? Like the stuff that happens in our community, I say that I've been saying this for a while now, it's like an ongoing joke. I say, you translate what our local radio people are saying in English so that the rest of the nation hears it, and they'll think it's some other weird foreign country. Like, what is that? Are people actually advocating for civil war for an island, our neighbors, and they're less than 90 miles away? Yeah, that goes on all the time. And honestly, I am fed up. I'm up to here with the Cuban subject, the Cuban family, being used as some sort of carrot for the electoral votes. You know how for years we always had some Republican presidential candidate just show up to the Versailles restaurant and he'll have a traditional Cuban dinner, gobble it up, and then say, oh yeah, next year we'll get rid of Castro. They can't do that no more because it's gone. The whole theory, the whole theatrics of that Cold War movie is dismantling, but they don't want to let go of that. And District 25 not only has an unfit representative who is like the bastion, one of these Cold War pillars, just sustaining that hold on the community. And as long as people like Mauro Diaz-Balart are in power in District 25, we won't be able to progress and develop a culture that actually minds what's going on in the community. Because as much as I have advocated in the last years with a nonprofit organization for diplomatic relations, for dialogue, the characteristics of civilization, I'm actually concerned that so much airtime and TV time on the local news is dedicated to exclusively talking about what goes on in Venezuela, Cuba, and maybe an occasional turmoil like now Bolivia. But why are we not dealing with local issues? Why? Because the ratings, and of course, this leads me to mention, yes, campaign reforms, all of these issues that as progressives you all know that we need to advance. Getting money out of the electoral process, fixing all the things that are wrong in this system so that we can continue to be happy here. Because my immigrant story involved never going back, because when you came to America, it's not like now that the lines are a bit blurry. When you came to the United States, it was gone. You were never going back because you had to settle here and love it. And you set deep roots, and you for sure never wanted to go back. You're not like one of the elites that they joked how when Trump is gonna I'm just gonna go to Canada. No, that's not a joke that I can share because I do not want to start from scratch somewhere else. So like normal, average, working class people, we want this society, the United States, Florida, Miami-Dade, we want this to work. And we know how easy it is to have the institutions, the television, the rule of law. We know how easy it is because we have family members and they tell us these stories. We know how easy it is to lose everything. You can't take things for granted. So we need to step up, and I for sure want something for District 25, and it's for normal people that I talk to. I want them to just get out of fear, to just be, for once, free of fear, because you know that they like to, in secret, vote Democrat. They don't tell anybody, but yeah, they vote Democrat sometimes. But publicly, they feel like it's their duty, that they're forced to act like good old Republicans, because that's the patriotic way. No! In America, you're free to be a progressive. In America, you can even be a communist if you want. It's allowed. Didn't you hear? You're an American now. You can do that. It's the land of opportunity, the land of freedom. And that doesn't mean that some certain topics are forbidden. So I just want District 25 to advance into the future so that Cuban Americans, younger generations, we were talking on the car ride when we came here, so that Cuban Americans, I'm summing it up, so that Cuban Americans inherit from their Cuban families beautiful cultures like the guayabera, the congri, beautiful Cuban traditions, but not the hate. The Cold War is over. Let's advance people's policies. And then questions?
We'll do Q&A after.
Oh yeah, Yadira Escobar, or as Yadi, as some say, it's Yadi Escobar. I wonder if my Colombian friends have some sort of association. Okay.
We'll do Q&A afterwards after everyone